We'll just start with a comfortable seat and bring one hand to your navel, one finger to your navel. And then put your thumb in your navel and then walk your hand down, your fingers down, I don't know, about 3 inches to where like your bladder would be. So thumb in the navel, other finger where the bladder would be. And then right in the middle of the breast line and the sternum, there's a little tender point right in the center of the sternum. And right here in the center of the sternum is called, in Chinese medicine, the Sea of Tranquility. The Sea of Tranquility. And below your navel, where your bladder is, and this area is your dantian, it's your Sea of Qi. So below the navel and in the center of the heart, the Sea of Qi and the Sea of Tranquility. And these both run on the central channel of your body. And the central channel runs from the perineum at the bottom of the pelvis all the way up through the center line, through the throat, and comes into the mouth, and then runs back into the body and down in the center of the body, and continues this orbital flow, running up and down, running up and down. And then we have a matching meridian on the back called the governing channel, and it also starts at the bottom of the pelvic floor and runs up the back, over the crown of the head, through the center of the eyes, over the nose, and to the top lip, and back into the body, and dives down. So you've got these 2 channels that run up the body, go into the body, and down the body. And if you were to look at them from a sideways flow, they look like a figure 8 or an infinity. The central channel and the governing vessel. And these are the extraordinary vessels of the body. They are the intelligence at which all things start to develop from. So they're the pre-intelligence of the manifest. And as we move through our yoga practice, our body pulls at this central channel, just like our senses pull at our center, at our centeredness in our life. As we're driving down the street, we see cute things, maybe something in the window, maybe animals playing in the park. Our eyes, our senses pull at our attention. Or if we are walking down the street, we begin to smell maybe yard waste or flowers, and our sense of smell begins to pull at our awareness. Or if we are in a temperature that we appreciate or don't appreciate, maybe it's too hot for your liking or too cold for your liking, it begins to pull at your awareness. And these senses that we have are always tugging for attention. Just as we are moving through our practice, as our hands reach, we move away from our center line. As our legs extend, we move away from our center line. And instead of thinking about how far we can move away from our center line today, we're going to think about how much can we draw into our center line? How much can we nourish the central vessel? How much can we nourish the center of our body? The points of origination, the Sea of Tranquility and the Sea of Qi. Asking life force to continually draw back into the heart and into our Qi body, our energy body, our life force. A lot of the times in our yoga practice, we're chasing the stretch or chasing the biggest expression of the pose. Breathing deep into your lower belly and into your upper chest. Allowing the belly to billow and the heart to expand, and exhale, allow for the heart to pull into itself and the belly to pull into itself. And filling up, allowing the belly to billow and the heart to expand. And exhale to allow the heart to strengthen into itself and the belly to strengthen into itself. It almost feels like an accordion, the belly billowing, the heart billowing, and the heart moving in on itself and the belly moving in on itself. This natural expansion and contraction. It's as if you were to add air to a fire. It strengthens the fire. As we push the air out, it strengthens the core back into our body. We give it air and invite more life force back into our body. And on your exhalation, bow your head into your heart, look down into your heart, and then even tip a little bit forward and bow into your navel. Look down at your right hand, look down at your pubic area, the Sea of Qi. And on your inhalation, a gentle back bend, let your chin lift, let your heart lift, and let your butt move out behind you, stretching through the belly. Pull your chin into your throat, keep your neck long. And on your exhalation, bow your head into your heart, look into your heart, beyond your heart, and all the way down into your navel, tucking your tail. And inhale to push your tail out, push your butt out, push your belly out, lift your heart, lift your chin, but still pull your chin into your throat, make your neck long. Couple more times. Chin into throat, look into your heart, look beyond your heart and down into the Sea of Qi. And what's fun in our Sea of Qi, this is our, where it is that we grow babies. Inhale into a back bend. So not only is it prolific for us, but it's also prolific for our next of kin. And look down into your heart. And what's really fun about the heart is it's prolific in its abundance. This is where creativity, acts of service, gratitude come from. The delicious stuff that makes life enjoyable. So these two birth centers, the heart and the womb space, the Sea of Qi and the Sea of Tranquility. Grow yourself back to center. Inhale to stretch the arms up towards the sky. And on your exhalation, twist to the left. Left hand comes behind you, right hand across your body, twisting around the center axis. Inhale through center, arms reach high, and exhale, twist to the right. Twisting around the center axis. Inhale through center, and exhale to twist. And continue through center, and twist. And as I do this, I just notice in my mind the way that DNA looks, the two ribbons that wrap spirals around connecting chromosomes. This spiraling action through a center line. Life is expanding from that center line, and life is spiraling around that center line. Expanding from the center line and contracting back into the center line. And one more spiraling twist to the right. And come back through center, reach the arms up and arch over to the left, bending the center line, arching the right side open through center and to the right. Right hand to the earth and arch through center and to the left. And just allowing this arcing energy from side to side. And one last time to the left. Rock forward onto your hands and your knees, tabletop. Round your spine, look down into your heart, look beyond your heart and down into the sea of chi. And inhale into your back bend. One more time, exhale to round, look down into the sea of chi, into your heart, and inhale into your back bend. Come into a neutral spine. And on your inhalation, extend your right leg out behind you. Lift your right leg as high as your hip and extend your left arm out in front of you. Right leg, left arm. And on your exhalation, take the leg out to the side, the arm out to the side. Competing forces cause the center line to have to wobble and draw in. Inhale yourself out to the back to front and back. And on your exhalation, take it out to the side. Inhale yourself front to back. And exhale to take it out to the side. Now moving on, inhale from front to back. And on your exhalation, knee touches elbow. Drawing in to center line and inhale, expand from front to back. Exhale to take it out to the side. Inhale yourself back to center and exhale again, knee touches elbow, challenging core strength. Inhale from front to back. Exhale, take it out to the side. Inhale back to center. And one more time, knee touches elbow. Inhale and extend from front to back. Hands and knees come to the earth. Tabletop. And exhale to round. Look down into your heart, into the sea of chi. Inhale into your gentle back bend. Lift your heart. Neutral spine. And extend your left leg out behind you. Extend the right arm out in front of you. Pretty easy as we're headed into the center line of the body. And notice as you take it out to the side, left and right, that there's a shake or a tremble in your senses. Notice what the mind does. Inhale from front to back. And exhale, take it out to the side. Does the mind immediately start to go, oh God, no, I can't do this, I'm not strong enough. Inhale yourself back to center. And take it out to the side. Just notice the mind chatter that takes you away from this current experience. Front to back. Now, knee touches elbow. Draw yourself up and in into a tight ball. Inhale from front to back. Exhale, take it out to the side. Inhale from front to back, knee to elbow. Inhale from front to back. Exhale, take it out to the side. One more time, inhale from front to back. Exhale, knee touches elbow, and extend from front to back. Tabletop, hands and knees. Round your spine, look down into your heart. Inhale into your gentle back bend and press back to a child's pose, buttocks to heels, forehead to the mat. And just pausing in this child's pose. And feel your heart beating. And that is the Sea of Tranquility. And sometimes even in the Sea of Tranquility, we have fire, we have excitement. It's not just a peaceful and flat place. This is actually the house of the spirit. And we want for this place to be strong and stable, capable, flexible and strong. Inhale, rise to a tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck your toes and press back to downward facing dog. And as you press back to the down dog, notice the tendency for us to get a little bit greedy in the hamstrings or in the shoulders. And take the hands or the hips and the shoulders out of the equation. And step your feet as wide as your mat. And step your hands as wide as your mat. So really wide down dog, a spacious down dog. And pull your shoulders into the base of your heart, the back of the Sea of Tranquility. And pull your bladder in toward your navel, making your waistline smaller. And instead of thinking about how straight you can get your arms or how straight you can get your legs or how high you can get your tush, think about how much you can strengthen into your heart and how much you can hold the bottom of your pelvis, the bladder area, the sea of chi. Gently pulling the belly up and in, and just holding it. Holding it like you would like a little robin's egg, or maybe like a little chick. You wouldn't squeeze it. You would just give it a little gentle hug. And we'll just invite for the central channel to tonify as we are hanging out upside down in this long inversion. And then walk your hands back towards your feet, one palm print at a time. And as you walk back, keep the heart engaged and the belly softly engaged. Just keep holding through that lower abdomen area. And then slide your hands up to your knees or your fingertips to your blocks for a spinal extension. And a lot of the times in our spinal extension, we just let the belly kind of hang or sag. And you're going to pull the Sea of Chi in and hold the Sea of Tranquility, your heart, with prosperity. And keep a gentle tone to the belly, an awareness on your heart. Extend the arms out in front of you. Lean back into your heels. Lean back towards the back of your body. Make the posterior chain engage and come all the way up to standing. Keeping a hold of the lower belly and a lift of the heart. And bring your hands together. Step forward to the front edge of your mat. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your lower belly. And with each exhalation, feel the way that the lower belly naturally pulls in. And on the exhalation, the way that the belly naturally expands. The natural lift of the chest and the natural fall. Extend your arms overhead, take a deep breath. Fingertips reaching high, exhale to your forward fold. Lead with your heart, tone with the lower belly. Inhale to your spinal extension, heart lifts, belly stays softly toned. Exhale to fold in and float your right foot to the back edge of your mat. Move your right foot back far enough, your left knee comes to a deep 90-degree angle. Slide your hands back to frame your front leg. Release your knee to the earth. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest. One hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. And squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. And on your inhalation, lift your torso away from your front thigh. And even more through the belly, pulling the belly back away from the front thigh. Wrap the shoulder blades onto your back. And on your inhalation, lift your back knee off of the ground. A modified warrior pose. And as we lift the back knee, the belly has a tendency to spill forward, compressing the lower back. Pull your belly back in, and that may mean that you have to bend your back knee to keep your belly pulled in. Yeah, so if you have to bend the back knee in order to keep the belly pulled in, that's totally great. We hold the center line while we stretch through the right hip flexor and the right thigh. Replace your right knee to the ground. Plant your hands and step your right foot forward, forward folds. Inhale to your spinal extension. Exhale to fold in and float your left foot back. Slide your hands back to frame your front leg. Move your left leg back far enough. Your right knee comes to a deep 90-degree. Inhale your hands, one hand to your thigh, one hand to your belly, and one hand to your heart. And on your inhalation, move your back behind you. Pull your belly away from your thigh and lift your heart towards the sky. Keep a deep tone to the belly and lift your back knee off of the ground. And as you lift the back knee, if you try to straighten the leg, try to chase the sensation, it will pull the belly to tip forward and we'll get a compression in our lower back. So give yourself some space, bend the left knee, pull the belly in and lift the heart up. We keep integrity before we try to find flexibility. And ladies, we need to work more on integrity in our practice than we do flexibility. Whereas men, they need to practice the flexibility. Their body already has a lot of strength and holds it together. Replace your left knee to the ground and step your left foot forward, forward folds. Spinal extension on your inhale, heart lifts, belly stays toned. Exhale to your forward folds. Come all the way up to standing, fingertips reach high. And hands journey into heart center. Inhale to sweep your fingertips to the sky. And on your exhalation, fold in Uttanasana. Spinal extension on your inhale. Fold in to float your right foot back. Find your left knee at the 90 degree. Release your right knee to the earth. Pivot on your right knee. Bring your right foot behind you towards your tush. Left forearm, left knee, right hand, right hip. And bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly. And the tendency is to get really excited about what's going on in the lower body. And instead, we're going to think about first what's going on here. Pull your belly in and lift your heart up. And start to turn your right shoulder back behind you, pulling your right abdomen back. Pulling the right abdomen back, let the left arm turn up, the right hand can come towards your hip. Side angle pose modified, working the right belly back and working the chest back. Thinking about this central line. The chin pulls back. Modified side angle pose. And replace your hands to the earth and step your right foot forward, forward folds. Spinal extension on your inhale. Fold in to float your left foot back. Move the left foot back far enough. This right knee comes to a deep 90 degree. And then release your knee to the earth. Pivot on your left leg. Left foot comes behind you towards your butt. Right forearm, right knee. Left hand, left hip. Bring your left hand to your belly and your right hand to your heart. And pull the belly in towards the navel. This isn't a tucking of the tail. This is an engagement of the abs. Pulling the belly in. And start to turn your belly towards the left and your shoulder towards the left, and your heart starts to lift. Open the right arm, palm to face up, left hand to your hip, side angle pose modified. And instead of thinking about how far we can get into the lower part of this pose, we just continue to focus on our center line, the central channel. And plant your hands, step your left foot forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to your spinal extension. Exhale to your forward fold, keeping your belly in. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, fingertips reach high. And hands journey into heart center. Let's move with breath. Inhale, sweep your fingertips to the sky. Exhale to your forward fold. Spinal extension on your inhale, keeping the belly toned and the heart aware. Step your right foot to the back edge of your mat. Release your right knee. Hand to your belly, hand to your heart. Inhale to pull your abdomen up. Inhale to lift your back knee, keeping the back knee bent. Exhale your hands to the earth. Step your left foot back, plank pose. Knees to the ground. Long plank pose modified. Long tabletop plank pose modified. Tone through the belly. Lower your heart and your belly. Point your toes. And on your inhalation, rise to a cobra. Lift just the chest and the ears. Gaze is down. Shoulder blades are wrapping. Tuck your toes, press into your hands, into your knees, and press back to your downward facing dog. And we'll modify this dog to take the feet wide and take the feet short, hands towards the feet. And instead of thinking about how straight you can get your legs, think about how aware you can get of your heart and toned in your belly. And just bring a simple hug of awareness to the womb space of your body, the womb space of your heart, these power vortexes, the Sea of Qi, and the Sea of Tranquility. And walk your hands back, one palm print at a time. Slide your hands up to your thighs, spinal extension, belly, soft, heart aware. Exhale to your forward fold and come all the way up to standing. Fingertips reach high, hands journey into heart center. Step yourself forward to the front edge of your mat. Second side, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Spinal extension on your inhale. Fold in to float your left foot back. Right knee to your deep 90 degree. Release your knee to the earth. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and pull your central channel up. Lift your back knee. Keep the back knee bent to allow the toning of the lower belly. The leg will stretch eventually. Let's think more today about the integrity. Plant your hands to the ground. Step your right foot back, plank pose, knees to the ground, long tabletop. Keep the belly engaged, lower your heart, and then your belly. Point your toes, rise to a cobra pose. Chest is lifted. Ears are lifted. Back body is strengthening. That's your governing vessel. Head back, shoulders back. Tuck your toes. Press into your hands, into your knees. Step your feet as wide as your mat. And take a wide knee downward facing dog. And walk your hands back, one palm print at a time. All the way back to your feet. Inhale to your spinal extension. Belly is softly toned. It's not a death grip. Heart is aware. Exhale to your forward folds and come all the way up to standing. Fingertips reach high, strengthening your spine. Exhale your hands into heart center. Step your feet together and come to the front edge of your mat. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Open your heart, engage your belly. Exhale to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Spinal extension on your inhale. Fold in to step your right foot back. Step your right foot back far enough, your left knee comes to your deep 90 degree. Release your knee to the ground. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and pull yourself up. Thinking about pulling the belly away from the front leg. If you need to give yourself like a little brush to remind you, pulling the belly in. Lift your back knee off of the ground, keeping a gentle bend to the knee. If the leg gets straight, then it shoves the pelvis forward, causes the belly to come forward and the back to compress. So we're gonna give ourselves a little space, let the knee unbend, and bring a tone to the lower belly. This isn't a scoop of the butt. This is an engagement of the core. So belly pulling in. Left forearm to left knee, lean in, but still pull your belly away from your thigh. Pivot your back heel to the mat. Side angle pose modified. Left leg forward, right leg back. Bring your hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Invite your belly to open towards the right and your heart to open towards the right. Belly opening, heart opening. Extend your right fingertips towards the sky and keep the belly pulling in. Extend your front leg towards straight. Slide your hand down to a block or to your ankle, but not to your knee. So ankle, block, just not to your knee. If we slide up the knee, then it can hyperextend the knee. Bring your awareness back to this belly area and pull your belly up and towards the sky. Turn your heart up and towards the sky. The tendency is to get really excited and try to get the arm as far back as it will go. Just simply keep it in your vision. Gaze is forward. Now bend your left knee, bring your left forearm to your left hip. Keep the belly pulling in. Side angle pose modified. Slide your left hand down to the ground or to a block on the inside of your left leg. Left knee stays bent. Ay, ay, ay. Bring your hand back to your belly and invite your belly to turn towards the sky, your heart towards the sky. Right hand reaches towards the sky. Bend your elbow and bring your right hand back towards your left pocket area. Heart lifting, belly lifting. Bend your left knee, come down a little bit deeper. Extend your front leg to straight. Hand can come up to the ankle, hand to a block. Keep the right arm behind you. Keep working the belly up and the heart up. Bend your left knee, step your right foot forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Oof. Spinal extension on your inhale. Exhale to fold in, to float your left foot back. Pivot your back heel to the mat. Right forearm, right knee, left hand to your belly. Side angle pose modified. Left belly lifts and turns. Heart lifts and turns. Extend your right leg towards straight without locking out the knee. Slide your hand down to the ankle or to a block. Sometimes if we try to get to the ground too fast, we unplug the rest of the pose. So we want to stay really connected. The goal is health in the abdomen, health in the heart, and definitely health in the knee in this pose. Belly lifting, heart lifting. Triangle pose modified. Now lift your left fingertips towards the sky. Gaze is forward, and if your gaze is forward, you can see your hand right out the corner of your eye. If your hand is too far behind you, you won't be able to see your hand, so pull it slightly in front of you. Now bend your front knee, coming back towards side angle pose. Right forearm, right knee. Invite your belly to open up, your heart to open up. Bend your left elbow and bring your left elbow behind you, your right hand towards your right pocket. Or if you have the mobility, maybe it comes all the way around to your right front thigh. Bend your right knee a whole bunch. So instead of thinking about how deep can your arms get or your legs get, pull the belly back in, lifting your heart. Now slide your right hand to a block on the inside or to the earth on the inside of your right leg. Belly pulling in, heart lifting. Fantastic. Now turn your 10 toes to the left for a wide leg forward fold. 10 toes are all pointing the same direction. Hands can be on the earth, on your fingertips, or on a block. Keep the arms straight and pull your belly in, lift your heart to the front, currently away from your navel. So long spine. And in this long spine, resist the temptation to look forward. Keep the gaze down, keeping your neck long. Pull the belly in, melt the heart towards the earth, and your gaze is at the ground, your neck is long. Prasarta Padottanasana, wide leg, forward fold. And heel toe your feet towards each other, bending your knees. Heel toe your feet towards each other, bending your knees, working your heels about 6 to 10 inches away from each other, coming into a squat. Malasana. Now, that may mean that you need to bring a block underneath your tush to support you, maybe 2 blocks, maybe even a chair. Bring your elbows to the insides of your knees and your hands together. Now, the heart typically collapses in this pose. So we get really excited about getting deep into the pose and we lose all of the aspects of the central channel. So lift your heart radically towards your thumbs. And as you lift your heart, your spine lengthens. Push your shoulders, push your elbows back into your knees and lift your heart a little bit more. And then bring a tone to your bladder, pulling your lower belly in towards your spine. Holding gently your sea of qi, your sea of life force. Holding with awareness the sea of tranquility, the sea of peace. Your heart, the house of your spirit. And even though there may be lots of sensation and resistance, we just continue to bring ourselves back to our center line. Release your hands to the ground and your knees to the ground. Take your blocks, stack them on top of each other and create a little seat for yourself. Place your blocks in between your ankles and your butt to your blocks. So that may mean block on the medium setting, may mean 2 blocks stacked on top of each other. And interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. And push your hands into your sacrum, into the flesh, into the bone of the back of your pelvis. And as you push the hands into the pelvis, there's an engagement that starts to happen with the arms. And squeeze the elbows towards each other. Hands into the sacrum, elbows towards each other. And then bring your awareness to pulling your belly up and in. Very gentle, just the waistline getting a little bit smaller, the lower abdomen getting pulled in. Squeezing the elbows towards each other and the sea of tranquility can expand. Pull your head back, keeping your neck long. And lift the arms away from your body, keeping the hands bound, elbows squeezing towards each other. And as you start to lift the arms, the tendency is for the body to fall forward. Keep the heart lifted, the ears back, and the belly engaged. And with each inhalation, there's a natural lift of the shoulders. And with each exhalation, there's a natural releasing. Keeping the belly lifted away from the thighs. Looks beautiful. Heart is open. Back is strong. Body is capable. And release your tingling arms. Oof. Bring your hands to your thighs, or excuse me, to your pelvis, just to your thighs, wherever's comfortable. And release left ear to left shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. And squeeze your right shoulder to your spine and gently down. And as you push the right shoulder down, move the left ear a little bit greater towards your left shoulder. So you create like a little tug of war. Little tug of love is what we can call it. Right shoulder down, left ear to left shoulder. And bring your head up to center. And drop right ear to right shoulder. Press left arm back and slightly down. And as you press the left shoulder down, stretch the right ear to the right shoulder. So the muscles of the neck, when they get really tight, they pull our head forward, collapsing through the neck, through the front of the neck, and then collapsing through the heart. It puts an odd weight on the heart area. So we need the head to be on straight for the heart to be open. Great, bring your head back to center. And one more time, interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Lift the belly. Extend the arms. Pull the belly in. Now drop left ear to left shoulder. Oof, that's a whole sensation. And as you drop left ear to left shoulder, push right shoulder a little bit further behind you, creating a really awesome tug of love opening. Keep the arms lifted, bring your head back to center, and drop right ear to right shoulder. Pull your chin slightly into your throat, move your shoulders back, keep the navel back. If you move your jaw a little bit, you'll see the way that your jaw is connected to your neck. Take a deep breath even into your throat, and you'll feel the way that all these muscles are connected to your breathing, to your chest. Great, bring yourself back to center and release the arms. Rock forward onto your hands and your knees. Round your spine, look down into your heart. Inhaling into your gentle back bend. Just taking a survey of everything you've created. Look down into your heart. Inhale into your back bend. Great. Swing your feet off to the side and come onto your back. And bend your knees. Bring your feet flat to the ground. And open your arms up into goalpost arms. So knees, feet are as wide as your mat. Let the knees fall into each other. Opening the arms into goalpost arms. The palms face to the sky. The elbows are bent to a 90 degree. And keep the shape with your arms and just rotate through the arms, turning the palms to face down. And don't push the hands to the ground. You can have your blocks underneath your hands there. And these are like scarecrow arms. So the elbows are still at a 90 degree. And the palms just simply face towards the earth. And definitely don't push the hands because that'll pop the shoulders up. And then turn the palms again to face up. So this is just rotating through the shoulder. So turn the palms down and the shoulder rotates in. Turn the palms to face towards the ceiling and the shoulders rotate open. Just move through that. Arms rotating to face the earth, arms rotating, palms to face the sky. Great, now turn the palms to face both towards the sky and keep your left hand on the ground and turn just your right arm. Turn your right palm to the sky, to the ground. So you've got right arm in scarecrow arm, left arm in goalpost arm. And then switch it out. Left arm comes down, right arm turns up. Left arm scarecrow, right arm goalpost. And just continue to move through those. And if you relax your head enough, there'll be a way that your head wants to get pulled. There's a way that the central line wants to be pulled at. And we've been working really hard on keeping this central line from being unmovable, and at the end of practice, we're going to let it move. So left hand comes up and turn your head to look towards your left armpit, keeping the head on the ground, bringing your head to center and turning the head to the right, and the right palm comes up. Turning your head to center, left arm goalpost, turn your head to the left. Through center, turn your head to the right, right arm turns up. And just get comfortable allowing the head to turn from side to side. And we're just gonna follow that natural pulling. Great, now the next time your left arm comes up, right arm comes down, lift your knees. Keep looking over your left shoulder and allow your knees to fall to the right. So knees go to the right, and look, you'll find your right hand is naturally there to give your leg a little love. Left arm is up, looking over your left shoulder. Right hand is holding your knees. Inhale the knees through center, head through center, and turn. Legs go to the right, head goes to the right, knees to the left to hold with your left hand. And inhale through center, look to the left, knees to the right. Inhale through center, knees to the left. And keep the knees as close to your body as possible. It's less abdominal work and it's more just kind of rolling from side to side. Less abdominal work and more just kind of rolling from side to side. And we're just checking this out. You can move at your own pace. I notice that I have a hard time letting my head go. I notice that I have a hard time letting my head turn from side to side. That is definitely indicative of me having a very tight neck. And it might also be indicative of me having a really rigid view. And maybe I could use to relax a little. Maybe I could use to stop and smell the roses a little more. What is it for you? Maybe you allow your head to bobble around a whole bunch. And maybe that's an indication that you could train your awareness a little bit more. Or you could train your strength a little bit more. And then bring yourself back to center, palms to face towards the ceiling. Step your feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees fall into each other and just pause. Knees supporting each other, gravity supporting you on the earth. And bring your awareness to the central channel of your body, the central line that runs from your perineum up through your pubic bone, your bladder, your navel, your diaphragm, your heart, into your throat, and into your mouth. And plunging back through the center line of your body into the spinal cord and all the way down through the back and into the pelvic floor. And then release all of your efforts into Shavasana, extending your legs straight. Maybe placing a bolster underneath your knees. Releasing into no effort. The practice of just simply being. And begin to move your fingers and toes. Slowly bending your knees. Making your way over onto your right side. Using your hands to push you up to a comfortable seat, kneeling or cross-legged on your block. And bring one hand below your navel and your left hand to the center of your chest. And grow tall from the pelvic floor up through this navel, through your diaphragm, through your heart, into your throat. Feeling the entire central channel, front channel of your body open. A gentle tone and holding a sacredness to this abdominal area. Holding reverence in your heart, the Sea of Tranquility, the house of your spirit. Bring left hand and right hand together at heart center to Anjali Mudra, the hand symbol for the heart. Thank you. Thank yourself. I thank you for taking care of yourself today. Have a